I welcome you into our Sunday morning practice, celebrating a holiday weekend, and I hope you're enjoying it. Today's class is going to be themed upon heart openers, a sense of gratitude and fulfillment. So earlier, I asked if you could bring a bolster or one or two pillows. We're going to start this morning's Yin class by opening your heart space. So, if you don't have a pillow available to you, you can take the same exact option without the pillow. So we're going to start this. We're going to take the pillow. I'm going to pretend this is the top of my mat. This is the back of my mat. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together. Now I'm going to let the pillow or the bolster sit towards the back of my lower back and buttocks. Allow the knees to roll out. We're coming into that reclined bound angle. And just gently start to roll down on towards your back. Allow your pillow, allow your bolster to deeply support your lower back. You can feel that slight arch into the lower spine. And I can bring the hands on towards the lower belly, hands along the sides of your body. Or if you like, you can bring the hands to opposite elbows or forearms behind your head. Your choice. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Relax your hands. As your mind and body settles in this morning, draw your awareness inwards. Slowly, deeply, calm down the thoughts of your mind with the depth and quality of your breath. Deep breath in. A slow breath out. Your mind is calm. Your body is relaxed. Your mind is calm. Your body is deeply relaxed. Your mind is calm. Your body is deeply, deeply relaxed. Very gently draw your knees together, stretching your legs forward, extending your arms behind your head, lengthen into your body. Take an expansive breath through the front side of your body here. Just ground your feet back onto the mat. You're going to roll one side of your body onto the bolster, coming into a fetal position. And gently start to lift your upper body up, coming in for your seated position, eyes closed, hands onto your knees. Okay, let's begin to flow through your body. Our seated cat and cow, you're going to inhale, lift your chest forward, lift your chin away from your chest, slightly arching that low back. And then as you exhale, go ahead and start to drop your chin to your chest, rounding into your breath. Getting deep in the breath here to float that heart space forward. And then exhale, go ahead and start to round into your spine. Getting deep in the body of the breath here. Open your heart space forward. And then exhale, round into your spine. Let's do that 2 more times at your own pace. Start to lift through the crown of your head, lengthen your spine. Let's go ahead and just float the hands up towards the sky. And as you exhale, you're going to lower the hands before you. Start to bounce your body from that back bend with a forward fold. Relax the forehead down to the mat. And just close your eyes. Begin to breathe. Okay. Gently walk your hands over to the left. And take your time as you're making transitions through your body. Slowly start to walk your hands back to the center first. And then as you exhale, walk your hands over to the right, keeping your breath calm, the thoughts of your mind quiet. Let's draw the hands back to the center. So you can extend the fingertips forward one last time, really deepening into the low and upper back here. And then gently start to walk your hands back in towards your body. allowing yourself to feel good, I invite you to take any movement in your seated pose. So we'll have moments in our practice today where you have your free time to flow and move. And this encourages you to dive a little deeper into the awareness of where you are in today's body, in today's mind. Okay. Start to root back to your center. Open your eyes. Let's come on to the hands and knees, our tabletop pose. Just going to stack your hands underneath the shoulders, your knees underneath the hip joints. And once you start to feel out your body, first thing in the morning, let's take some movements, rolling through the wrists, rolling back down to the heels. Really lubricating into every joint within your body. And once that feels good, come back to the center, look down between your hands. Start to grip your toes into the mat. You're tucking those toes in. And from here, close your eyes. Start to feel the earth below your palms and the heels of your head. The strength of how your knees and your toes ground into Mother Earth. The gratitude for your body as it supports you on all fours. The grounding position as we begin to open our heart space. Start to open your eyes, lift your heart space forward, tailbone up. And then as you exhale, surrender into your heart, dropping your chin down, rounding your back. Deepen into your own breath as you inhale. You want to open your chest forward, chin away from the chest. And exhale, round into your back. Feel that tailbone rolling in towards your pelvic bone. Go ahead and repeat this motion at your own pace. Mm. Let's come back towards the center for that tabletop pose. You're going to take a notice of where your knees are as they sit underneath the hips. If they don't, go ahead and take this time to kind of adjust your knee joints. And then we're going to come down to the forearms first. Let the palms touch into prayer. If you prefer, you can always interlace the fingers, whatever you feel as a more rounding position for your own body, whatever is more comfortable. Now, as I start to extend my body back towards the hips, my hips will naturally fall behind my knees. So I typically take my knees maybe 1 inch further back. So this way, when I push my hips back, you'll notice my hips stack right above those knee joints. And from here, I'm letting my elbows lift up. My forearms don't touch the floor. I'm going to push my energy back towards the hips, bring my forearms down bring my head between my forearms, and then take my fingertips towards my shoulder blades. So go ahead and just start to lower the forehead down, melt your heart space towards the mat, and then draw your hands towards your upper back. So as you do this, continue to draw that belly in towards your navel. You want to engage the front side of your core to support that lower back bend. Take a few more deep breaths. Okay. Start to slowly release your hands forward. Lift your head out between your upper arms. You're going to gently rise back onto the hands. You're going to come into a cat pose. Go ahead and start to round into your back to release out. And then come back into your neutral tabletop position. And let's thread the needle. You're going to take that left arm first. You're going to rotate that left arm up towards the sky. Let's do this step by step. I want you to thread that left arm through the right arm. Take your time. You want to come down towards that left shoulder first. Continue to thread the left arm through. Then lower the left ear down to the mat. Now, before you take adjustments to the right hand, tuck your toes in. Pay attention to the alignment of your knees as it relates to your hips. So you can adjust your knee joints right underneath the hips. You're creating space so you're able to twist through the belly. Once the lower body's adjusted, go ahead, use the right hand onto the mat so you can pivot the right elbow up. This way you have the momentum to press through the right fingertips to rotate that right shoulder back. You can feel the twist into your low back. Now, if you feel comfortable here, stay. If you'd like to expand deeper into your heart space, you can open that right hand up towards the sky. The idea here is to minimize that right shoulder rolling towards the earth. You want to rotate the right shoulder up towards the ceiling, allowing the right side of your chest to face forward to the right side. If you'd like to come into a half bind, you're more than welcome to take that right hand behind your lower back. Let's close your eyes, deepen into your breath. Okay. Let's reach the right hand up towards the sky. Lower that right hand down. And just leverage so gently. Lift the upper body up. As you come onto the hands and knees, I want you to take a few cat and cows at your own pace. So in today's practice, I'll be moving around my mat so you can see the various angles as it comes to the side body. Once you start to settle in to your body, come back for that tabletop. We're going to work on to the other side. So tuck your toes in, knees in, your wrists underneath the shoulders and hips. And let's go ahead and take the right arm. I'm going to slowly just thread that right arm through the left arm, taking our time to come down to the right shoulder first. Once you have that, just very gently start to adjust from the lower body. So you want to take the knees underneath the hip joints, create that space for your belly to prep for the twist over to the left. Once you have that, keep the left hand down first. Rotate the left elbow up. Use some momentum through your left hand to help you rotate that left shoulder away from the floor and up towards the ceiling. You can feel how your heart space lifts open. And as you do that, start to feel the left shoulder cap rolling, left side of your chest rolling up towards the sky. Your option one is to stay here. Your option two, fly the left hand up towards the ceiling. And of course, our half bind for option three. You can take it behind your low back, even thread the left fingertips towards the inner right thigh if you like. Continue to breathe into your body here. Okay, let's start to slowly reverse that left arm, guiding it back down towards the mat. So compress your upper body up to come on to your hands and knees. Start to flow into your cat and cow, your own pace. This time, start to feel out your body once again. A moment of free time to take any movement on all fours. Okay, let's come back onto our hands and knees. Before we climb down onto the mat, just make it available that you have your pillow or your bolster nearby, preferably to the front side of your mat. Now let's go ahead and just gently recline our body down. Moving on to the forearms first. And then gently just sliding your feet back so the belly comes onto the mat. I like to bring my legs apart at about hip width, even a little wider if I like. And I let my toes kind of roll in a little bit. This way I feel my lower back kind of slightly open up, letting my heels roll out, toes rolling in. From here, I'm going to start to take upon my bolster or my pillow. I'm going to start to bring it in where my forearms would typically sit. Now, even let it wedge a little closer underneath the chest space. So when I do start to bring my forearms down, I can feel a slight elevation. And then from here, you can interlace the fingers if you like. You can bring the hands at shoulder width, whatever you're more comfortable with. And at this moment, so you can glide your chest forward between the upper arms. Feel that deep compression into your low back. Continue to open, really expand into the heart space, reaching the chest forward. Now, as you keep pressing your forearms into the pillow, in towards the bolster, towards Mother Earth, feel your chest gliding through forward. Feel your belly contract in towards the navel space, engaging the front core as you continue to deepen into that low back. Let's breathe. Start to open your body. And just ever so slightly, start to lower your body down by removing that bolster forward. Start to let the belly just peel onto the mat. You can create a pillow with your forearms if you like. And we're just going to bring our head down. Allow your toes to touch, heels to roll out, soften into the low back. Okay. Start to lift your head up. This time, if you like, you can set the bolster out completely to the side. I want you to bring your hands towards the top of your mat. And just ever so slightly, we're going to come into seal pose, a deeper back bend. So you're going to rise up onto your hands, lifting the elbows up. And start to open your chest forward. Feel the compression into the low back. And as you're here, if you want to go deeper, you just walk the hands even further closer towards your body, keeping the hands and arms at shoulder width. Your legs can be open wide at hip width or even a little wider if you like. And the higher I start to lift my belly off the mat, the deeper my compression to my low back becomes. So as you do that and you're exploring that compression, make sure you're engaging your core, locking in that belly space towards the navel, drawing your belly in. So the act of this deep compression to your low back is so rejuvenating for the lower back. At this time, we're simply just adjusting for restriction of blood flow. So at this point, restricting the blood flow. So when we do release out, new circulation will flood and rush back into that space. Let's go ahead and start to release. You're going to lower down to the forearms first. Tuck your toes in. Keep the knees on the mat and just lift the hips, lift the knees up. Start to adjust the knees underneath the hip space and start to crawl your body back towards the hips into your child's pose. Focus on rounding your back first, chin towards your chest, forehead towards the mat. Okay. Gonna slowly walk your hands up towards your knees. With your eyes closed, start to roll and round and lift your upper body up. Allowing your head to be the very last to rise up. Okay. Feeling good? We're going to swing those legs up and forward. Go ahead and just extend your feet up towards the top of your mat. And just start to point into your feet for a moment. Start to take the hands behind your back, rotating the shoulders behind your upper back, and start to lift your chin away from the chest. You can keep your eyes open, close your eyes, and just breathe into your heart space. And lift your head up, flex into your feet, float the arms up towards the sky. And let's exhale, fold your upper body forward. You can micro bend the knees if you like. Start to drop your chin down to your chest. To this point of our practice, we're going to slow it down. Deepen into your body for durations of 2 to 3 minutes at a time. Just close your eyes. Come back to your breath. A few more deep breaths here. Okay. Gently roll your upper body up. Start to bring the soles of your feet together. And just allow your knees to roll out to the side. I'm going to come into that bound angle pose. You're going to grab the tops of your feet. Start to inhale, lengthen into your spine. Just for a moment here, feel that heart space reach between your upper arms, slight arch to the low back. Take an expansive breath into your chest. And then as you exhale, start to roll and round forward, hinging from your hips. Dropping your chin down to your chest. You can stay here. Even walk your hands towards the top of your mat. Beginning to extend deeper into the upper back space, the shoulders, and the low back. Wherever you are in your life, on this mat, in your mind, or in your body, give yourself permission to observe the sensations that rise up through silence of time, to the opening and the surrender of your heart space. Whatever sensations that rise up, practice non judgment, but a simple state of a complete awareness and mindfulness of how you feel and where you are. Okay. Let's guide the hands back towards your body, lifting the upper body up. And very gently, just go ahead and close into your knees. We're going to slow. With deep breath in, you can lengthen into your spine, grab onto your shins or knees, and just lift up for a moment for a neutral spine. Okay. Let's go ahead and take that right foot through that left leg. I'm going to ask you to take that left foot over that right thigh. And if you'd like, you can start to take that right foot further over to the left and the left foot further over to the right, keeping the lower body rounded towards Mother Earth here. And now take that right arm up. You're going to float that right hand behind your back. With the left hand, you're going to flip it and thread it through behind your back and start to reach left fingertips towards your right fingertips. And if you can't, just imagine. You don't have to force yourself to. Now notice how my chin just naturally tucks towards the chest like this and start to drop my forehead down. I want to push the back of my head in towards my right arm, keeping my heart space open here. And just close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Continue to feel that heart space expand forward. And open your eyes. You're going to stretch the right hand up. Float the left hand up towards the right hand. And now very gently, just lower the hands on towards your feet. Just going to grab onto your feet for this. And you can start to adjust as we go deeper. Start to hinge from your hips. Feel the belly close in towards your left thigh. And perhaps option one, this is where you're going to stay. You might feel this in the outer glute space and the hips. And then option two, as you're closing in your heart space, you perhaps can extend the arms forward to go further deep in, dropping your head down. Now turn to that breath. Deepen into your breath. Allow the thoughts of your mind to quiet down. Taking in a breath at a time. Okay, let's go ahead and walk your hands in. As we lift the upper body up, we're going to slowly release out. So go ahead and just slide the feet a little closer. Take the left foot away, right foot away. And just go ahead and lean your hands back, open your legs forward, knees bent, and just windshield wipe it out for a few moments. Okay, as you go ahead and bring those knees back to the center, start to take a moment, ground into the sitting bones. You're going to thread into the other side. So you're going to want to take that left foot through the right leg, cross that right foot over the left thigh. And take your time. Start to slowly walk the left foot over to the right. Start to take the right foot over to the left as much as you can. And just go ahead and relax the tops of your feet. Adjust your sitting bones. And once you're comfortable, we're going to work on to the other side. So this time you're taking the left arm up and then behind your head. We're going to take the right arm and thread it behind your low back. See if you can reach or imagine those fingertips touching. And so, for example, mine doesn't. So I'm creating this imaginary line that they are, feeling my right shoulder caps rolling back and really pushing the back of my head into that left arm. Continue to take an open heart space. Let's close your eyes. Deepen the breath. Begin to open those eyes here. See what's before you as you reach that left hand up towards the sky. And then float the right hand up towards the sky. I'm going to lower the hands down on towards the feet. So at this point, you're just going to start to maneuver from the hip space, from the upper body. You're going to hinge forward, letting the elbows bend. You're starting to feel it into your outer hips and glutes. Stay here. If you like to go deeper, you're more than welcome to start to relax the hands forward. Start to crawl them step by step, breath by breath. Let's hold it here. The harder this pose is for your body, the deeper it goes into the stretch, deep connected muscles. Give yourself that permission again to tune in to the sounds of your breath so you can quiet the thoughts of your mind. Okay. Start to guide your body back up. Taking your time, I like to float my hands back first, making it a lot easier for me to just release that right foot out, left foot out. And take some time here, free time. Take any movement that feels good. Come back to that windshield blade. Come back to a seated twist. I'm going to do this for about a minute, allowing you to explore your body this morning. There's no right or wrong way during this time to kind of navigate own body during the free time that is provided. In very essence, you become your own teacher on the mat, understanding where you are, what you need, adding and subtracting. Okay. Start to come back to a place of center. Let's begin to ground into your body here. We're going to come back for that seated pose. At this point, you're going to cradle your left hand right between your legs like this, palms up. You're going to carry that right top of your hand on top of that left palm. Let the thumbs touch. Rest right before you, right in front of that belly space. Shoulders relaxed. You're going to close your eyes. Come back to the natural rhythm of your breath. Breath by breath, deepen your breath. deep breath in, a slow breath out. Your right hand on top of your left palm here. Just glide your hands forward, cradling your hands like a cup. Taking deep breaths through your body. Bring to mind one thing or one person or thought that you find the deepest gratitude in this very moment, this very day. Now allow the thing, person, or thought you cherish the most sit in the palms of your hands here. Allow yourself a moment to nurture, to find gratitude and appreciation for the delicate sense of true contentment as you hold what brings you joy, what brings you life in your hands. Bow your head. As you nurture what makes you grateful today, begin to observe how it makes you feel. The sense of light, the sense of contentment and inner peace, the joy, the laughter, a smile. And let that feeling vibrate higher as you bring your thoughts and your mind to this one thing, one person, or thought that you deeply appreciate. And we bring that sensation and light and restore it in our hearts and our minds. Bring both your palms up towards your heart. Bow your head down. A moment of silence, of gratitude. Relax your arms down before you. Eyes closed. When you're ready, we climb down onto your mat. Lie on your back and gently settle in to your Shavasana using your pillows, bolsters, or blankets to support your body. In our practice today, give ourselves the permission to feel the abundance of life, the abundance of time, without guidance from me, but only guidance within your own self. Take all the time you need on your mat to be. I'll stay here with you. Whenever you're ready, you can slowly come out of your body and stay where you are at rest. Wherever you choose to be today, I honor my inner light with the inner light of yours. Whenever you're ready, throughout the time you're on this mat, and when you finish, you can log off, you can sign off. I will remain here connected with you and tell you to. Namaste.